Welcome back. We are in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 19. The Lord by wisdom founded the earth. By understanding he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths of the earth, the depths were broken up, and the clouds dropped down the dew. My son, let them not depart from your eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, so that they will be a life to your soul, and grace to your neck, and you will walk safely in your way, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. You will lie down, and your sleep will be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden terror, nor of trouble from the wicked when it comes. For the Lord will be your confidence, and will keep your foot from being caught. So first, remember that God, he made everything. He founded the earth. He established the heavens. He broke up the depths of the sea, and he caused the rain to come down. That is the God that we worship. That is the God that we are in love with. That is the God that we spend time with. And we don't have to be afraid because he loves us. There are two things that I remind myself of whenever I start to feel afraid of something. One is God is big. He's bigger than whatever my fear is. If I'm struggling with something, whatever my problem is, God is bigger than that. He can solve it. He can do anything. And the second thing is that he loves me. If God is bigger than my problem and he loves me, then he's going to help me out with it. He can do it and he will do it. Because if he was just big enough and didn't love me, well, he could do it, but maybe he doesn't want to. Or if he loved me and wasn't big enough, he'd want to help out, but maybe he couldn't take care of it. And there are lots of things that I wish I could do for my kids because I love them, and my wife because I love her. But I just can't do it because I don't have that much money, or I'm not that strong, or I don't have that much time, or whatever. There's stuff I want to do but can't because my love is there. My ability is not. But God does not have that restriction. He can do anything, and he loves us that much. So we don't have to be afraid. And we can just rest and relax and rely on him because we know that his power and his strength is for our benefit. Not that we can just tell God to do whatever we want, because remember, he's the boss, not me. I can't say, God, if you love me, make this happen, or make that happen, or don't let that happen. Well, God's the boss. He gets to choose what happens and what doesn't happen. And ultimately, he knows what's best for us anyway. Even if we think, oh no, this is a tragedy, this is horrible, God says, I've got good plans for you through this horrible time. So trust me in this. Be strengthened by your faith that knows that I am in charge and I am working this out for your good and for your benefit. If you love me and are called according to my purpose. And we are called according to his purpose, and we do love him. So we do know that all things are going to work out for good. We don't know how, we don't know in which way or what direction it is, but we know that God will work this out, so we can trust him and we can love him and we can sleep at night. Sleeping at night is a good thing. It's not overrated. We should really be able to sleep. And if we're worried about stuff, if our anxiety flares up and we're like, I'm thinking about this all the time, I can't stop thinking about it, it's hard to just shut that off and go, okay, God, I trust you, but that's what God calls us to do. Trust him with it. If something bad happens, and that's how we start, right? If something bad happens, I will still trust my God. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how I would cope with it. And in my mind, I think of all different ways I could do different things and do this to make sure this happens or to cover this aspect of it. But in all reality is, when something bad happens, we just have to trust the Lord. And I don't know what I'm going to do besides that, but I know I'm going to trust the Lord. Because Jesus said it rains on the just and the unjust. Bad stuff happens to good and to bad people. So just relax and wait on the Lord and sleep at night, because God is good. And he is good all the time. And there is nothing that can happen in this world that he doesn't already know about, hasn't already planned for, or put a plan in action for. And there are things that God does in the hearts of people. Way before we know we have that need, God has provided the answer for us. But when we get the answer, it's always right when we least expect it, because we're stuck in this time frame and God isn't. Well, God bless you. I'll see you next time.